So I'm Ben Parker. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for the Phoenix Rescue Mission. And we are a nonprofit in Phoenix, Arizona that is serving the homeless, hungry, and then we try and get people out of addiction and trauma cycles. So we're a both residential and non-residential service provider and have a men's recovery center as well as a women and children's recovery center. And then we run a food bank and street outreach and lots of other services for the local community as well. So we just started looking at OKRs about 6 months ago and got together as an executive team to figure out, hey, how do we want to do strategic planning as an organization? Our new CEO came on with us about a year and a quarter ago, and then COVID hit and chaos reigned, and we had to deal with that for a while. But after we got to a place where things had settled down a little bit, we wanted to figure out what does it look like to do strategic planning, to figure out how to really run our organization efficiently and effectively. And one of our executives had looked at OKRs in the past in one of his other organizations. And so he brought up the concept and we started reading about them and doing a lot of research. And as we talked through that as a team and really looked at it, we decided that it looked like the right system for us, that we really liked the short-term planning as well as the longer-term vision and trying to tie all that together. And so we met as a team, brought a consultant on just to talk through how we do OKRs, how we roll that out, and spent the last couple months of 2020 doing that. Our fiscal year is July to June. So Q3 of this year, January to March, we did our first quarter of OKRs. And as we went through that process, we know that we cared a ton about software and data, and spent a bunch of time, my IT team and I spent a bunch of time really looking at, hey, how would we do this well with software? What would serve us best? How would we track this? And did a bunch of trials with a bunch of different OKR software companies and landed on Pocket. So as we were trying to figure out strategic planning and how we were going to engage that for the future, we really wanted to make sure that the way we go about executing our strategy involves everyone in the organization. And one of the things that we liked about OKRs is the fact that it gives transparency and alignment across the organization. So as we looked at some traditional problems we've had lots of departments that have been siloed and don't have great cross communication between our sub-departments in our organization. We thought, hey, having OKR software where everyone can see everything that everyone's working on, where we can actually tie horizontal alignments and then tie vertically to our organizational OKR really made a ton of sense to us, because it was a great way for us to be able to communicate, hey, this is what's going on throughout the organization. And then also for us to really involve all of our people. So as we started looking at quarterly departmental OKRs, it was great for us to be able to say, hey, we want every single person in the organization to get together in their department and really speak into what do we want to work on this quarter. Now that I see what our organizational OKRs are, how does our department take a part of that and really work toward helping the organization achieve those goals? The way that we've been able to involve all of our employees has been wonderful. And then the other thing that we've really seen and we're trying to address was, what are we focusing on? How do we know exactly what our priorities are? And so now that each department goes and says, hey, this quarter, these are our priorities, these are our objectives, and this is how we're going to know that we did them, we've been able to get lots of feedback already that meetings are more focused, that weeks are more focused, and everyone is on the same page as far as this is what we're trying to do, and we're all working for the same goal together. Yeah, so my IT team spent probably at least a month, maybe a month and a half, doing a bunch of different trials from different OKR software providers. We liked a couple other ones, but as we really looked at all of the features, Profit was the most user-friendly, had the best, cleanest interface, and then also had a ton of customization available. I'm still amazed at everything I'm able to do in the setting to be able to go in and see hey, I can adjust basically everything, customize almost anything. And that functionality wasn't available with other providers. So we really appreciated being able to do that. But also there were a couple that we just didn't like the user interface. It wasn't clean. And Prophet was just a nice, simple, clean user interface, but also really robust in what it provided. The times that we've run into any issues with Prophet, I've been really impressed with the responses that I've got from the support team. Right out of the gate, we had one little feature that we asked for and we got it the next day. And I was like, that's insane. And they said, well, it just happened to be a part of our of something we were already rolling out, but it worked. It was amazing. Each time I've said, hey, I wish Prophet could do this, they have done the work to make it be able to do that, up to and including things that I think were pretty substantial projects. Their answer has yet to be, no, there's just no way we're going to do that. It's always, oh, okay, what exactly are you looking for? Yeah, let us see how we can make that happen. Hey, we just built this ticket, we're working on it. And then there's follow-up. They'll involve me in the rollout of, hey, this is what we built. Is this what you were looking for? So that's been really great. That's been amazing support. And I've been grateful for the ability to say to my managers, hey, if there's something that you wish Prophet could do, even if it can't right now, it likely can in the future. I've been very pleased by that. Yeah, our implementation of OKRs has gone, I would say, really well. There's definitely been a couple of bumps along the way, which are just the natural bumps of, hey, are we doing this right? Hey, am I using the software right? It's been a great rollout, especially with our management team. And I think where we're really going to be working over the coming quarters is, now that we're starting to get the hang of this up in our management team, how do we really roll this through well, all the way down throughout all of our employees, so that more than just managers and supervisors are doing weekly check-ins, but that we're actually assigning OKRs so that every employee is able to regularly be in Prophet, really be engaging in our OKR process and being an active participant. So when we went to implement Prophet throughout the organization, first, as we were assessing which software we wanted to use, my team and I were able to sit down with some representatives for Prophet, and they walked us through the whole system and answered any questions, showed us all the different customizations we were able to do. And then when we actually went to implement it in the organization, I had 2 different Prophet reps jump on a video call with all of my staff. We did one for my executive team, one for my management team, and one for all employees, and kind of tailored each training to the levels that people were going to engage with the software. But it was really helpful to have representatives from Prophet actually do the hands-on training with my team, so that it wasn't me trying to fumble through new software. It was the guys who understand Prophet really well walking through and answering questions with all of our staff. I think that it's still a work in progress as far as getting everyone really fully bought into the OKR process. In my experience, the people that I'm able to be more hands-on with have a much deeper understanding of Prophet, are more willing to kind of take risks with, hey, rather than just building this as a percentage track, I'm going to use it as a KPI, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper on building out my OKRs. So I think functionally we've only at this point done 1 quarter really fully. We just started our Q4 for the year, and we are working on building our annual for next fiscal year. My hope is that as we continue over the next couple quarters, I'll be able to continue to spend more time with each team, really get them bought into the process as we write them each quarter, and that they would really fully understand, hey, this is how I use Prophet effectively. So in my experience, it's mostly just being as hands-on as possible with each department. I think we've got 25 to 30 departments built out in Prophet, so I just am not able to spend enough time with each one on a single quarter, so I'm just going to kind of slow roll through our departments as we go. That's one of the nice things about OKRs is it's not, well, we'll try it this year and we'll try again next year. It's, we'll try it this quarter and we'll try it again next quarter. The rhythm is quick enough that you have 4 iterations within 1 year to really get the hang of it. I think the main immediate benefit that we've seen at the Phoenix Rescue Mission is watching our teams be more focused. I know that has been resoundingly said across the management team. Hey, my meetings are more focused. I feel like my team is more productive. We all know what we're working towards. And so while I don't know that we've yet seen metrics, I certainly have seen ways that teams have been able to be more productive and engage the work that they're doing a little bit more effectively, because they are really focused on, this is what we said we're going to do, and now we're doing it.